Andre,
Ryan.
how'd you do last night?
I gave out 6 picks, Ryan. One of the games gets postponed. One is a loser. Every other one hit. This close to my white whale hitting, Ryan. This close, baby.
So you parlayed them all together?
Yeah, plus a little bonus pick.
And they were all going to hit except one. What was the one that didn't hit?
White Sox Royals Yerfie.
Oh,
2 in a row that hasn't hit for me.
wow.
I hate those guys.
Those damn White Sox.
It's all the White Sox too. Yeah. No, but I'm in my bag. Big 6 yesterday.
Big 6 yesterday. So is that you were so sick of counting guest picks that you're just like, I'm going to have 6 for myself.
Yes. I was disappointed in myself for going 1 and 2, but then I added it all up. All the picks I mentioned, I went like 3 and 2 in that 1 and 2 day. So I'm just in poo-poo platter mode,
288 and 187. Got to get 12 wins before 13 losses.
Wow. And you're dialed.
I'm feeling good today.
You watching some Olympics?
No, still no.
Rockies, yes, though, huh?
I watched that girl from Alaska. That was cool.
Bro. That crowd in Alaska going ape while they're watching her. That's what I live for.
Can you tell me, was she the favorite?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so either.
She wasn't. King, right next to her, the other American, was like the big favorite coming in.
So I'm with our guy, Big Drive Spence, at dinner, and I'm watching this on mute. And I've seen sports so many times that just by watching the way the broadcast was presented, I was able to tell him exactly what you just told me. But as a guest, I was just like, oh my God, I think the girl on the right was the favorite.
Yep.
The girl in the middle was supposed to be second.
Uh-huh.
The girl from Alaska was supposed to be third, and they just flipped the whole thing.
Yep. Well, and they did a whole thing before that race about King and how she's a favorite and how she's super cocky and she likes to be loud and slap her legs to intimidate people. And then she got beat by the Alaska girl who couldn't believe it herself.
17 years old.
Amazing.
Wish you had some money on that.
First ever Alaskan to win a gold medal.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Really, really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the only Alaskan context that was the only Olympic context that I have. But you got some Olympics for us today?
Always Olympics, because if you bet $10 on the Olympics, $5 free bet. You bet $50 on the Olympics, $25 free bet.
Wow.
So you just got to keep putting some money in the Olympics every single day until it ends, because that's basically it's going into
So you're telling me if I put a $25 bet on, say,
let's say Slovenia
Colin Morikawa
there
to
you
win
go.
the gold.
Right. And do another 25. Because if not, you're just going to be in the $10 tier. You're either in the $10 tier or the $50 tier. You got to level up, baby. Exactly.
Maybe you pick 5 golfers, put 10 on
100%. 10 golfers, 5 on each.
10 golfers. That's too many.
Okay, so I give this pick. I submit it to production. And then scrolling through Twitter, I see that Team Slovenia, most importantly, our son, Vlatko, and Luka Doncic, ever heard of him, in a bit of trouble because photos from a Spanish national team's ladies basketball team, IG, out there of Vlatko and the boys playing a little poker, sipping a little vodka with the ladies' Spanish basketball team. Well, Ryan, in the bubble, you're not supposed to be doing that.
Uh-oh.
So we do not know what's coming down the pike here. If everyone is healthy, we're taking Slovenia minus 20.5. They blew out Argentina, who is, in this tournament, a high-end team, and, Japan's just going to have no chance.
You're telling me that
yeah,
they're not supposed to congregate at all?
And as you know, typically a bone fest in the Olympics.
Yeah, what's the point of even going to the Olympics if you can't join in on the Olympic Village sexcapades?
That's how I feel. Frankly, that's how I felt going into college as well. Underwhelming on that front, let me tell you. And then Cincinnati Reds at the Cubs. We're going Yerfie minus 135. Again, Yerfies are treating me well. It's a way of life. And 20% MLB boost, Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
So
on every game.
Don't you dare put an MLB bet down that you haven't boosted 20%.
Should we just Yerfify every single game? 20% boost?
I think so. Well, that's the thing. Like, yesterday I had so many Yerfies, I couldn't even remember which picks were mine. But I'm just, like, looking at the score updates, and anytime someone's scoring a run in the first, I'm happy.
Right.
That's just that's on my side. And then Oakland at SDP, that's the San Diego Padres in that little sandbox of theirs, under 8 with the stud, Sean Manaea for the A's, going on the mound for them. And Blake Snell on the mound for the Padres. Snell's numbers up and down, but he has been very good at home, rocking an ERA. Yeah, a little Snelly. So we're taking the rare under there, under 8. At plus a hundo, you're going to boost that, plus 120, right?
Do you think that there's something about the heat of the summer playing in on this wacky weather Wednesday?
The Yerf, yes.
Do you think that's playing into the Yerfs?
I do. I also think, as a Rockies fan, I'd never thought about this. But so often, when they were good, I turn it on and be like, oh, I'm excited to watch whatever game. And then next thing you know, Aaron Cook's down 3-0. And it's like, well, great.
Yep.
And that's kind of baseball for you.
It is.
We'll either get a start where everyone's even, or it's like, oh, yeah, they went up early, and we'll see if we can catch them back in the 7th,
Yeah, I mean...
But that Yerfie is hot.
How about those Rocks bats last night?
It's a hot Yerf summer, yeah. How about them?
Yeah, everyone's been saying it's a Yerf
hot
boy
Yerf
summer.
Yerf boy summer, yes, absolutely. That's the buzz.
I was at Common Ground Golf Course yesterday, last round of the DNVR Golf League, which, what a success that was. Everyone was like, when you leave summer camp and people are crying.
Oh, yeah.
That was what was happening at the end of the DNVR Golf League. Like, everyone came down for trivia, and I wouldn't say they were tears shed, but people were exchanging numbers, let's play again sometime. It was really sweet.
I'd forgot about leaving camp and being real sad.
Oh, I know.
I forgot all about that. Yeah.
You thought those people would be friends for life. You've never even talked to them again.
No, never sent them a message, an email, nothing. Did not keep in contact.
I specifically remember I was going into freshman year, so it's at some sports camp, and I don't remember the girl's name. All I remember is she was going to Ponderosa High School. Never stayed in touch.
Shame.
If she's watching,
you'll always have
hope
that
all
summer.
As well.
Yeah. Best of luck to you, lady.
Oh gosh, that's gonna kill me. So, anyways, I was going somewhere with that point before we got distracted talking
about golf league.
Yes, one thing I noticed: the ball was flying. Obviously, it already flies at altitude, but it was 95 degrees out there. And I've never...
Yeah, it's just begging to get out of the heat like the rest of us.
I've never seen the ball...
just slapping around.
Like that. Not to flex or anything, but I kept going over. I kept hitting it too far, and I was like, what is happening? So on hole number 5, I was over 200 yards out, and I was like, normally this is a 7-iron. I guess I'll hit 8-iron. I had an 8-iron 204 yards to pin high, which is Bryson DeChambeau numbers.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just that hot. The ball was soaring that much. So I think there's something to the Yerfies and the heat.
There you go. You guys in the sun a lot doing that? You get enough cover with the golf carts and
no.
The vegetation out there?
No.
You're baking, huh?
A lot of sun.
Wow, that's incredible. Allie, the long game was hitting well? The summer not impacting her long game as much.
Yeah.
It would appear. Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's go to my big 3.
Yeah, let's.
All right, I'm joining the Yerf clan.
Look at this guy.
The Yerf boy summer is off for me.
Oh, yeah.
Rockies, Angels, Yerfie. We've got Chi-Chi on the mound.
Somebody say Chi-Chi's out in this hot summer day.
Yes. And they've got some other guy that I've never heard of on the mound, which tells you it's Yerf City. I also think,
that is the key to a Yerfie is wow, this guy sounds like garbage. His numbers are garbage. Give me a Yerf.
Yep. Over 9. The Rockies covered this on their own last night. 13-2 was the final.
Pretty crazy, yeah.
I actually think the Angels kind of bite back a little bit today, get their bats hot. I'm saying 8-3 final.
Ooh, love that.
And then finally, gotta get my guy in here. Gotta get him worked into the show. Colin Morikawa, over Rory McIlroy in round 1 will match up. We've got primetime golf tonight.
Do we? For
when
real?
have we ever had that?
That's incredible.
The golf is teeing off in the 7 o'clock hour.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sleep like a baby.
Yes.
I can't wait to watch the pastoral golf course that they have to offer for me in Japan, in Tokyo.
Yes. Couple fun things about Olympics and golf.
Yeah.
The first ever, before Brazil, the last time golf was in the Olympics was like 1904. And
it's the simple fact that they can track these things just hype me so much.
yes. Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget the story now. Basically, what happened was, the British players were all like boycotting the Olympics because of some political thing going on. Sure. So they didn't have enough people to play, but there was a guy from another country. I want to say the United States, but maybe it wasn't. And he hadn't heard the news that they had canceled the event because everyone had bailed out of it. So he just showed up to the Olympics only to find out that
an expensive, long, treacherous trip back then.
So they told him when he got there that they would give him the gold medal, and he said no.
Oh, come on.
Which is pretty legendary, I think.
It's legendary, but not my kind of guy. I'm all about...
You're taking the concession gold?
Bro, I can't wait to reach that status in life when I'm getting honorary degrees. Like, that honorary doctorate, if we can finagle that in 20 years... I've accomplished my goal.
Well, I would like to offer you an honorary degree from Balso Hard University.
Fair enough. I'll take it. That qualifies.
I just think that guy's a legend for, like, he travels all that way. He's probably so pissed to find out that all of his, peers have ruined his Olympic experience. Doesn't even get to go into Olympic Village, probably.
I would take I'd tell the homies at home that I won it all.
I mean, back then they wouldn't have really.
There's no Twitter or Insta. Yeah. It's like, oh, you missed that. You missed the 21st. That's the day the paper came out.
Yep. They're like, I heard it was canceled. You're like, no, it was a wild event.
No. That
came down to a playoff. All right, back to my big three. We got all three of those. So yeah, Colin over Rory. We're feeling good about that.
Does he smell like garbage though? A comment in something about heat and stuff. I'm not sure. Zach, give us the context because that's hilarious. But
okay,
50% draft profit boosts.
Andre does the DraftKings week. You should text me what you want for food.
Oh,
okay. Number one, baby. DraftKings Sportsbook, number one in all the land. That's where you need to go. That's where you get these great ads. That's where you can get the free tiered bet. Again, bet $10 on the Olympics. Get a $5 free bet. Bet over $50, 50 or more. Let's put it in terms that are correct here. Get a $25 free bet. That's every day now until the end of the Olympics. I would have said time, but that is factually incorrect. Also, new users, and I get that it's hot year of summer, but I don't know. I would have got in earlier, but I assume you've just discovered the podcast. You've just discovered DraftKings Sportsbook. Welcome to the tribe. This is a special, magical moment for you, new listener and new user, because when you sign up on the DraftKings Sportsbook app, number one in the land, nothing better, especially after the update. I'll tell you a couple cool tricks I learned about that, Ryan. Right now, though, you, new user, you get to bet $1 on any Olympic event, and you'll win 100 because turns out the U.S. won a medal. They've won over 40. That might not even be factually correct.
First place?
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing I care about.
Oh, it's much like DraftKings Sportsbook. It is number one, baby. And, so you get in on that. You get a free $99. You know, we're all trying to save money. There's a free hundo for you on us, on them, on top of all the tiered free bets. Then they'll match your deposit up to $1,000. It's just like you're basically paying for your kids through college by just signing up on DraftKings Sportsbook.
Is that what you've been telling Kate?
Oh, yeah. Especially in a hot year of summer, 4 or 5 like I did yesterday. Things start stacking quickly. And Allie, I need some help on the disclaimer. That's where my excitement.
I got you.
Here he is.
You know what? I like this tag team thing.
Thank you.
You just say number one a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tackle this part where I say you can also get a sign-up bonus up to $1,000 when you use the code DNVR at sign-up. That's $1,000 sign-up bonus when you use the code DNVR. Of course, that's only at DraftKings Sportsbook, and you must be 21 or older. Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus and a first bet match, each up to $500. The deposit bonus requires a 25x playthrough and restrictions to apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. Real quick, Dre.
Yeah, Ryan.
Everyone that watches this show or any show that I've ever been on knows I'm a big coffee guy.
So true.
Big afternoon coffee guy. It's coming right up around that afternoon coffee time.
It really is.
The good folks over at Nudge, is that what it's called? Sent us a box of goodies.
Yep.
And what these are, we're gonna.
That picked you up.
I'm telling you. So they sent us this stuff.
They're M&Ms with coffee in them. They're M&Ms with coffee in them.
It's like a little tin here of M&Ms with no chocolate, just coffee. And probably some other stuff. It says very clearly contains no chocolate.
Jeez, we had the same conversation 2 days ago.
So they've got these, which are the Nudge Coffee Bombs.
I'd take those over some Reese's Pieces, Frank.
I'm telling you, they're delicious,
really
delicious. It actually gave me a boost. I had 4 of them right before we went live, and I'm feeling great. There's also these ones, and you also can get them in chocolate bar. So shout out to the good folks over there for setting us up.
For nudging us the right way. I have to contractually obliged. You said boost. Shorty get loose. Blame it on the boost.
Really quick. So this
Harrison in the crowd yesterday. I pulled that with Eric. Laughter galore. Wow. Laughter galore. The room.
Real quick. This Nudge stuff reminds me of my friend's dad used to tell me about his favorite pickup line when he was trying to get girls at the bar. And he would say, "Hey, would you be interested in getting breakfast tomorrow?" And they'd be like, yeah. And he'd be like, cool, should I call you or should I nudge you? So there you go. Put that off camera.
That's good stuff. You had your moment, Nudge. That's it, though. Dilemma of the day now. Matt, you are an angel sent from heaven. Yes, I do like that boost. So over 2.5 hits recorded in the first inning plus 215. That's in that Reds-Cubs. I also...
Between both teams?
Yeah. Combo.
I like that.
Dodgers and Giants, each pitcher to record a strikeout in the first inning. This, famously, the Walker Buehler-Descalfani matchup that Henry assumed the Giants were really bad and gave out a Dodgers run line. Only for me to tell him the Giants were the best record in all the majors.
How did that happen? Why doesn't this ever happen for us? I guess it did in 2007, but...
Again, though, this is why... Some can act like sweet boys, and some live that sweet boy life. Because Henry has that inner confidence to be like, this stupid line, the book is so stupid. Don't they know the Giants are terrible and the Dodgers are just going to whoop on them? Mm-hmm. His spidey sense doesn't say like, oh, I must be off. He assumes like, this stupid book, what have they not been watching baseball all year? So, there you go. So, we've got a 20% boost for every MLB game, Ryan. And whether it's an under or Yurfie, a money line, a run line, a prop, I've got something to boost in every single game.
You have a boost for us in every single baseball game.
Yep. Well, you guys were running late. Well, okay. There's a doubleheader involving the Red Sox. I'm staying away. The doubleheader's always tricky. And 2 games have started already.
That's in the betting manifesto. Always stay away from doubleheaders.
Always stay away from doubleheader. Honestly, I've gone back to look at the betting manifesto. Very broad and unclear, much like scripture. Nothing about props. Nothing about meticulous unit management. Do you want me to read it?
I know what it says.
There you go. Okay, so under Oakland, San Diego Padres. It's so good, and the new version is about to be written, so that's exciting. I also like the Yurfie for Diamondbacks, Texas Rangers.
I hope everyone's taking notes right now.
Yeah, we already talked about Reds, Cubs, Yurfie, and you guys already have the boost.
The betting manifesto is scripture.
I mean, Matt, you're not completely rude. Oh, right, and Zachary Correct me that it's the manifesto because the homies are eating, which, again, I love that so much. Houston Astros money line against the Seattle Mariners. I've told you, I've got family in Seattle. The Mariners are doing well, but this is the Mariners. They haven't made the playoffs for 20 years. They will fall on their faces drastically. And you're getting the Astros at -115. Great value.
I really like the name the Mariners. I just think it comes off the tongue correctly.
I could see it. I like the Yankees money line. Tampa Bay Rays. Michael Walk on the mound. He just isn't having it this year. And then Yurfee, Marlins, Orioles. Over 3.5 runs for the Braves taking on the Mets. That's a team
DeGrom
total.
on the mound?
No.
Okay.
It's a Mets pitcher that's got good stuff. The Braves, man, they smack it around the park.
Love it.
Yurfee, Nats, Phillies. Yurfee, Brewers, Pirates. Yurfee, White Sox, Royals. White Sox, Royals, if you don't Yurf it up in this one, you've got something coming because you have a debt to pay with me, friends. Rockies, Angels, or as we like to know them, the Angels.
The Angels.
Yurfee, I'm going with you. And we are closing it out. I'm giving out a Nerfie in the Dodgers-Giants game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. I love those pitchers. I love the pitchers, yeah.
It's the Marine layer.
It is in San Francisco, where, again, I imagine it's 52 degrees.
Yes, and the Marine layer.
And the Marine... See...
Fire reliever Michael Gibbons from the Rockies.
Yeah,
and there you go.
We got back a
Old
Colorado
Givey boy.
kid in the deal, so it was definitely good.
Honestly, homegrown talent is the only thing we should be seeking out in trades right now.
You actually believe that about the Rockies? Like, you have a theory
Pitching,
about that?
Yeah, they've produced all these pitchers.
I know.
Yeah, we should have, it should be Kevin Gausman and the boys.
Marco Gonzalez.
Kyle Freeland, man. Yeah.
Roy Halladay, R.I.P.
Yeah, those guys know how to pitch.
Halliday. Yeah, those guys do know. They do know how to pitch. Proud of them. Okay. We have one last thing to get to.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Do it.
I mean, is it Wednesday?
Oh!
I got a message from Zachary talking about how he had some input on wacky.
Yeah, so obviously everyone knows since the Mac Parlay, we have been worldwide. And we now have sources on the ground in cities all over America.
It's so true, right? And the people want wacky weather. That was just something we used to do to fill time.
So we've obviously got Zach. He is in the Washington, D.C. area.
Yes.
Matt is in the Chicago area.
Wow.
Always involved. We have at least 4 Austins who I just assume are in the Austin area.
Gosh, I love that.
No, 2 Austins are in the Denver area.
They live in Austin. And yeah, so if you guys want to chime in,
you should. You really.
All you got to do is say the name of your city and over or under.
Right.
Yep. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, and Zach, a big believer in don't think, just put down bets. He made like 48 cents on the last one.
Oh my god!
So
how did you do on your accidental Yurfie Nerfie pool?
Luckily, that didn't go through.
Oh,
I was able to click cancel. So, thank God. Yeah.
Andre almost entered 2 entries into a $20 Yurfie Nerfie pool. All right, so Wild Weather Wednesday kicking off here. We like to call it wacky. Well, we like to call it wacky.
Wacky,
calls it wild.
Yeah, it's true.
We're branding.
We go with the flow. Yeah. Oh. I have to. I shouldn't tell you.
Oh wow! Everyone knows this.
Wow.
Couple storms rolling in.
So, I look at the odds boost over the weekend while you were celebrating your sister. And nuptials. They had an odds boost that was called Lynn was the pitcher, so it's like him to do something plus this team to win. All I do is Lynn.
Wow.
Bro, if I put all I do is Lynn on a sheet, you would never think that's them and not me.
I think that we're bringing the best out of them.
I think so too.
Maybe we can play a little more.
How dare you think I'm from Austin?
Dude, if you're named Austin, you're from Austin. That's how it works.
We've just got Austin on the mind.
You never met someone named Denver who lives in Texas.
So we're taking the under on Chicago, it sounds like.
Yes, we are. Is that
Boston,
the first one? Okay,
80
Boston,
and a
Mass.
half, though? That's so low.
Yeah, we're
You
going
don't
over
have
there.
it like that,
Let
Boston.
me tell you, East Coast, it's hot. Zachary said,
Right.
take the over for DC.
Oh, look at this. We're getting.
Terrible.
We have 2 sources on the ground in Chicago now.
So East Coast, I say overs.
Okay.
There's a heat front.
Right. Yeah. Boston, 80 and a half. That's not happening. Okay. Denver, 94 and a half. Yikes.
Wait, Chicago, we took the under. Denver, 94 and a half.
I think you have to go over.
Okay, so here's the problem. Yesterday, I'm out on the course. And again, like I said, the ball was flying like crazy. I'm thinking it's got to be upwards of 100 degrees.
Yeah.
I looked, it was only 93. I don't think it can get much hotter than that.
Bro, I've just been baking. I can't.
But that was the high. This was at 4 o'clock, so maybe it was
can't do
higher
this
early
heat
in the day.
anymore.
All right, we're going over.
I can't do this heat anymore. Vegas, 106 and a half.
The high today.
What about Houston?
Like how? Oh, Houston. I just assumed over.
I mean, all of our Austins can maybe tell us a little bit about Houston.
You're pushing it, Ryan.
That's the high today.
In this here city?
Yes, in this here city.
100 degrees today.
Ooh, I can't.
All right, we're going over in Houston. Las Vegas, there's no way it can go 107, right?
It's unbearable, man. Unbearable.
Those poor people. Miami.
And our sources are telling us the East Coast.
No.
They're
It's
really
up.
setting these.
Northeast.
Oh, the
Southeast
Northeast.
should be even hotter.
Ugh. We going with an unconventional
Nashville
under?
going all the way up to 97. I gotta say under there.
Oh, I like the over.
Pool water is boiling, Zachary says.
Ugh.
Ugh.
What will be the highest temperature in Orlando, Florida?
Way over. New York City, over.
Over. New York City, over.
PA, you got it that good? Pittsburgh, 84 and a half?
It's pretty north. We're going over.
Phoenix, 107.
Under.
Oh, my gosh.
And then there's San Diego. Never a bad weather day in San Diego.
Damn you, San Diego.
Why can't? How are they not able to sustain themselves as a sports city? Too much other things to
wouldn't
do?
Everyone want to go there?
How much longer
That's what I
is
mean.
pool?
We've got 2 more. Seattle, I'm going under, and DC for a guy, Mr. Castro, we're going over.
All right, submitted. Last thing we have to do here is I have to look.
Still. Wow.
No, I just want to see if I've made any money on any of these recently.
Oh, yeah, let's.
Last Wild Weather Wednesday, you said you went 2 for 14. Is that what you said? Didn't you tell me that?
9 of 14.
Okay. That's because we always do the same picks. I also went 9 of 14.
Yeah.
We didn't quite get into the pay table.
Did not.
But if we had,
I did go.
we could have had $6 in our pockets if we went 14 for
618
14.
to be exact, and 2 of 8 on my gold medal pool. Not
I
great.
got 4 of 8.
Not great.
All right, I think that's going to wrap it up for us today. I'm going over to Studio B here in just a second to talk Broncos training camp with Andrew Mason. So make sure you stay tuned for that.